Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Tricia here from Smith's Crafty Creations. Just coming on to replicate a project that I made earlier. Now this project happened by accident because I actually figured it out the wrong way. It was meant to be a milk carton type box, but you know what, my little brain just wasn't working. So here is the lidded box that I came up with instead. Thank you to the suggestions of some of the ladies in my team. So what had happened is I'd went on to do a little crafting tutorial on the page just for some inspiration, and it didn't quite work out. But thankfully the team ladies helped me work it out, which come up with this gorgeous wee box. So I'm not showing you what's inside. This is actually for a crafty friend. Okay, now we're using Earthen Elegance Designer Series paper today. Not this side, we're going to use this side. So I have decided I want to use Misty Moonlight, which is one of the coordinating colours. Okay, now we need a piece of card that measures 10.5 by 6.5. Okay. So this is for the base, so we'll do the base first. And what you want to do is on the short side to the top, you want to score it at 2.5 and 5.5. So 2.5 and 5.5. And this is going to be a 2.5 inch wide box by 3 inches. And then the long side to the top, we want to do 2.5 and 5. These are 2.5 inch increments for the side of the box. 7.5 and 10. Okay, now this is going to be the bottom. This is the glue tab. These bits here we're going to fold over just to give it some more reinforcement. Okay, so let's do this. I'll just pop this scoring tool on the floor. Now what I want to do is I want to fold and burnish all of the score lines, sorry. I'm filming this nearly 10 o'clock at night because I'm home alone. My son is away staying with his friend. Earlier, about an hour and a bit ago, my oldest son decided he wanted to take his friend out for a couple of beers because he's not long turned 18. So I had to give him a lift up to the town. Right, so I'm just cutting up the little and getting rid of these little thin rectangular pieces because, like I say, we don't need them. Okay, so the box will close like this, and this is the bottom. So you just want to cut up your score lines. Why do I keep calling them fold lines? Oh my goodness. I need to get my teeth back in. Okay. You need to do the same at these top bits that's going to kind of turn over just to reinforce the top of the box. Now I do want to wedge these slightly so there's no bulking inside when I try to adhere them down. So a really easy wee box. And then once this is done, we will make the lid. And once this is, when I put this up on YouTube as now, you should have all the measurements at the top of the screen. It's a new thing I've been trying. Just while I do that process, it's keeping the measurements detailed on the top, just to save people pausing and going back, etc. So I hope it helps you guys. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put DSP panels or matte layers on these 4 sides of the box. So like I say, they measure 2.5 by 3. So I am going to do 2 7/8. Now that means that it's going to be like so. So 2 7/8 by 2 3/8. Okay, so we need 4 of these. So 2 3/8. There's the one between 1/4 and 1/2. Okay. Now, I'm not too fussed about concentrating on getting these in the right order. If it's a continual kind of pattern throughout, like images or whatever, it's more important to kind of do that. But I'm just going to stick these on. Okay, so let's do this. Some wet glue. This wet glue was giving me bother earlier. And I've got a right sticky mess, so I did. Okay, so tiny 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Just enough to see that lovely cardstock in the background. Okay, and you can see here how the pattern's flowing. Okay, concentration, concentration. I'm actually getting quite tired. Got a nice wee cup of tea here though. I'm kind of going off coffee just now, don't know why. Maybe because I can't have it with proper milk. Right, so this is the sides. Okay, now what we want to do is we are going to stamp and seal these closed. This is the most secure, quickest, easiest way to get these top sections folded inside. The last box I did use wet glue and I had to wait quite a while. Okay, to glue this section, all we need to do is add stamp and seal or tearing tape to this bit. Okay, so make sure you're getting full coverage. I'm going to order more of these actually. I do have some supplies, but I've been using them that much that I really should get some more. Right, I'm just going to fold in all of the flaps like so. Hold it for a second. I'm going to use my glue just to kind of push inside. Let that set. And there's a basis for the bottom of the box. Pretty. Now you could put a patterned piece inside too, but I'll keep this for the lid. Now the lid we are not putting, we were going to put DSP around actually, but it might be a bit more footery because of the way I've cut that paper. So I need to, pardon me, I need to make sure I cut it right. Right, we need another piece of Misty Moonlight, and this needs to measure 2.5, half an inch, that's 3.5. No, I want it an inch each side. So that's 4.5 by 4.5. And then we're going to score it at just under an inch, slightly tiny little bit under an inch on all 4 sides. Now for this I will just keep it on my trimmer scorer because it's really easy to do those kind of off measurements, especially if it's up to 1.5 inches. You can use the right hand side. Yep, about there. And that just gives it enough wiggle room to be able to go over the box. Okay, love it. Right, now this piece is going to be just short of 2.5 again, so let me trim this down. This is the lid, just short of 2.5. There we go. Perfect. Waste not, want not. So that will go in there. Let's stick that on just now. I hope everyone is well. This is take 2 of the video because I don't know what I've done in another one. Just went all funny with my measurements. I think it's because I'm getting tired. Right, we also need 4 pieces that measure 2 3/8 by 3/4 of an inch. So what I'll do is I'll make it, 7/8 of an inch is what I'll do, by 2 3/8, and I know that this is running the same way. So 2 3/8, there's one piece. 2 3/8, there's 2. 2 2 and 3 eighths. There's 4. And I'll pop these on last, just to kind of show you how the pattern will run. Right. Perfect. Okay, let's get this stuck together. So again, we're going to miter the glue tabs. Ooh, itchy head. I hope everybody's been crafting. It's been such miserable weather today. And I have been stuck in the house all day. Got lots done for my day job. A wee bit done for my Stampin' Up admin tasks. And potting about in the house. I even read some in my book, which was grand. Right, let's start putting these on now. So I'm just going to rotate it round, like so. And you'll see the pattern is flowing nice and easy. I'm just being a wee bit sporadic with my glue. No right or wrong way. Oh, whoops. That's what I was trying not to do because I got glue on my mat underneath here the last time. And then everything was sticking to it. It didn't go very well earlier. But you know what, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so fold and burnish, and just bear in mind the sticky bit on my desk. Hopefully you guys won't be getting all sticky, okay? Although it's quite hard to avoid sometimes. Right, so I'm just burnishing all of these adorable little 1-inch squares. Fabulous. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually cut a slice in the lid of my box because I want to feed through some ribbon. Now, what am I going to do this on? Need to be very, very careful. Okay, so just roughly in the middle. Doesn't need to be perfect. There we go. So I can see sunlight through there. So that is enough to feed my ribbon through. Get the sharp knife closed and away. And we're ready to glue the lid. So I'm going to put together three sides first. And before I commit to the last one, I'm going to make sure that it actually fits over my base. Oh wow, yes it does, yes it does. Happy bunny, happy bunny. Whoopsie. Happy bunny. And because I mitered the edges, it just stops any overhang. You know how sometimes you could be slightly out where you're cutting up the score line. Right, so we stick that one down. I'm going to pop the lid on first, and then I'm going to commit that down there. Love it. Now, I must admit, this isn't my favourite Designer Series paper pack. But look how gorgeous it is when you just use it. Use it a different way. Make a little 3D project. It's growing on me now. This one as well, you could do a cake shape box. That's like icing running. Not really keen on that side, to be honest. Don't think a lot of people are. Okay, now we need a wee bit of ribbon now, and I am going to use this pecan pie, and it's bordered ribbon. Okay, so I need to trim a little bit off. Where is my other scissors? 1 minute I've got everything beside me, the next minute I don't. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half. We are going to pop it through here. Be gentle if you're using your sharp scissors. There we go. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is pop a little bit of stamping seal on the inner lid. We're going to cover this up, don't worry. This will secure the ribbon. Ta-da! Could have been slightly over to the left, but it don't matter. And I am going to use No, I'm going to use a bit of Misty Moonlight actually, because I've got lots of scrap here. So I'm just going to pop the inside, just short of 2.5 inches, a little smidgen. And I will glue that on the inside. I'm going to use Stamp and Seal and white glue. And this is just merely to ensure that it sticks down good, because that bulk of the ribbon is showing. Okay, so just pop it in. Give it a little squish, squish, squish. Lovely jubbly. Give it a little bone fold. And there we have a little box. Now, I'm not going to make the tag for this one. Oh, well, I could actually. Let's make the tag. What I'll do is I'll use a bit of this, and I'll also use a bit of, let me see, is this is very vanilla, which goes quite well with this, because this is like an off-white, almost cream. So, let me just make my own label up. This is a thick variant of vanilla I'm using there now. So we can pop that on there and stamp on it. Smashing. I'm going to stamp on it last, because I don't know what I'm going to stamp on it yet. I just know it's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. Okay. Now, obviously, if you've got dies, label dies or label punches, you could use those. But for quickness, I am just using my scissors. So, using the triple punch to get this little ribbon hole. And I'm going to use some crumb cake twine. It's always handy to have this. It goes such a long way. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to tie it round the ribbon into a wee knot. Now it will just pull off, but if I tie it tight enough, it won't fall off. Oh, that's adorable. Right, I do like that. Let's double knot it. Okay, and then I've left enough on here that I can tie the actual label onto it once I've stamped. So let's use copper clay for a wee sentiment on here. And then once all that's done, all you'll need to do is find a gift to put inside. Right, let's see. Can I use one of the So Sincere ones? Or do I want to use a different one? Let me see. I have Charming Sentiments that I'd actually found by accident in my retired pile. I thought it was retired, but it wasn't. I think I'll do Because You Totally Deserve It. Right. There's Congratulations as well. Looks fits nice. These are good, the photopolymer, because you can just kind of faff around and see what fits. So yeah, I'm going to do Because You Totally Deserve It. I don't think I've actually used this stamp yet. Right, let me get my little block out. So let's see what this is going to be like. Let me just stamp one here. I can always use this in another project. Ah, I like that. Right, okay, bringing it in, bringing it in. There we go, look at that, ladies and gents. Okay, let's wipe that off with my little chamois. Oh, perfect. Pop that back straight away. Now, I want to add a little stamp or something on the corner of these, of this label, so let me see. I have a few sets, and always look closely at your sets, because you usually get like a little, for instance, on Zany Zoo, there's a little celebration thing here. There's music. I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight. So let me close that and get Misty Moonlight out. You could do any of these colours. You could do Pretty Peacock or Moody Mauve. This one here has got Rain. There's one that's got little hearts in it that's so, so cute. Let me find it now. There's so much. There's so much. I can never decide. Even this, look at the happy hedgehogs. Little butterfly. Let's do a little butterfly. Have I even used this stamp set? I don't think I have. That is terrible. That is terrible, Tricia. What am I like? Now, this spike might be a wee bit tight, but it's okay. Even if it's just a wee part butterfly. Oh, look at the quality of that. That stamp's really, really, really nice. You see that? I do like that. Stamping off, see how it looks. I like it better, first generation stamping. That is super pretty. I'm going to leave that set out so that I can play with it. Play with it another day. Right, okay. I'm getting a bit choked up, guys. I think it's we've been stuck in this house all day. So when my son asked me for a lift up to the town centre, I happily obliged just to get outside for a wee bit. Now, did you know you could use your Wink of Stella or even just a wet brush? And you can kind of merge all that, and because it's water-based, you can merge it in and fill in the gaps in there, but I'm not going to do that today. Right, let's get all this distraction out the way. Right, now we're going to add all fingers and all thumbs. Oh, right, hang on. I'm going to add that onto there and try and tie a little bow without you laughing at me. Oh, now you could have this so it's hanging down, or you can have it flush with the lid, like what I'm doing. Mainly because it's easier for me to take pictures of it afterwards. Wow, I like it. So you pull the lid off, reveal the little surprise inside. Let me see if I've got any shredded tissue in a colour that would suit. Let's use some of this shred. I used this shred in the other box, but like I say, I can't show you what's in there because that'll spoil the surprise of the person receiving it. So I'm just going to put some shred in there. You can put little gifts in. Actually, on my team page, smithystampers.co.uk, there's half a dozen of us ladies. I'm going to actually fussy cut this out and stick it on the top. There's a half a dozen of us ladies that are going to be gifting a small parcel size. We're going in a swap together. We're going to fill it up with goodies that we've made. It doesn't need to be current product. Anything that will inspire our partner to get creative. Fill it with the little goodies, etc. Little treats. And yeah, that'll be brilliant. Look how easy that was. Oh, maybe if I pop that, I could have put that on 3D actually. Yeah, let me do that. Let me get a dimensional. The key is just go with the flow, folks. Go with the flow. Right. So I'm just going to very quickly pop that over the top. Trying not to hide the actual sentiment underneath. So you can see it's got a strong bottom on it because it's got 4 panels glued together, and we've tucked over. If you want, you could have made it the paper longer so that it went all the way down, so it was a double-lined box. But there's no need to do that. I think if you just put a little inch, you see how that's harder to bevel. Whereas this, you get there's slight movement in it. You can even do that with the lid as well. My friend Corrie Papercraft, she's on YouTube. She's really good at doing the double-walled gift boxes and what have you. So, okay, that is it for today's video, or tonight's video, or this afternoon's video, wherever you're watching from. Don't forget, if you are shopping online, go to smithscraftycreations.stampinup.net. There will have been pop-ups throughout the the video and what have you as well. Give it a little go and do share with me. You can email me, smithscraftycreations@gmail.com. You can join my Smithy's Crafty Stamping Club Facebook group. You can share on there. I love to see what people make and if I've inspired anybody to get creative. So that is the name of the game. That's the whole purpose of being a demonstrator, is to create, share and inspire. Okay folks, I'll go just now and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.